Hey everybody, let me introduce you to the Ultimate Athlete Mindset Method. This method has helped hundreds of young athletes overcome game time anxiety, rebuild confidence, and perform at their peak without second guessing, freezing under pressure, or losing focus in crucial moments. By leveraging my powerful competitive program, your athlete can train their mind to compete with confidence and resilience without falling into common traps like anxiety, self-doubt, and inconsistency. So not only can they perform at their best in their sport, but also build the mental edge to succeed in life. So this plan is for you if you can say yes to any of the following. If you're a parent of a student athlete who struggles with game time anxiety, confidence, bouncing back from mistakes, and you're ready to help your athlete build the mindset and skills to outcompete their competition. If you want a clear, structured approach for your athlete to unlock their next level performance, giving them unshakable confidence and focus needed to excel under pressure. If you're looking for a proven, easy to implement mental performance system used by elite athletes for your athlete to reduce stress, increase focus, and create consistency in competition and training. And if you want a step-by-step framework to transform your athlete's self-talk, pre-game preparation, and in-game resilience so that your athlete can play at a high level without second-guessing themselves or getting overwhelmed, this is the plan for you. So a few of my current clients and teams and individuals that I've worked with in the last few months. And by the way, you might wonder why you should listen to me. I'll just keep this short. My name is Coach Craig Kolick, and I've been coaching collegiate athletes for almost 3 decades. I've led 17 athletes to All-American status, and I've coached my teams to 22 conference championships. I've been named Coach of the Year 19 times, and I've achieved over 1,000 NCAA wins, making me one of the most successful coaches in NCAA history. But it always wasn't this way for me. As a competitor myself, I struggled with the same mental roadblocks that hold so many athletes back: self-doubt, game time anxiety, and the pressure to perform when it matters the most. As a coach, I often saw talented players fall in crucial moments, not because they lacked the skill or the physical ability, but because their inner game wasn't strong enough. I can tell you, I have a lot of freshmen that had come into my programs, and they were very talented to be starting and help us maybe even win another conference championship, and it took them a while to get used to playing at that next level. And if they had had this training earlier in their life, they would have been much better going into college. So after years of coaching, analyzing top performing athletes, and refining my approach, I discovered the core principles that separates those who thrive under pressure from those who crumble. This is the foundation of my ASE Game-Plan formula. The exact framework I've used to help athletes become unshakable, play with confidence, and perform at their peak no matter the circumstances. If you've ever watched legends like Kobe Bryant, Tom Brady, Serena Williams, Tiger Woods, and you wonder what makes them different, I can tell you this: it's not just talent or physical ability, it's their inner game. And now I'm here to help your athlete develop these skills. I believe that athletes should follow a training program designed specifically for them, one that meets them where they are in terms of their strengths, their mindset, and areas of development, rather than forcing them a one-size-fits-all approach. It isn't cookie cutter. It just doesn't work that way. Practically speaking, this means understanding your unique mental game for your athlete, for their resilience and competitive mindset, which can be leveraged to help them perform at the highest level, whether that means building unshakable confidence, excelling under pressure, or achieving peak physical and mental performance in and out of their sport. The ASE Game-Plan Method, the purpose of a perfect training system is so much more than just improving physical skills. If the system is right, in a few weeks your athlete will begin to feel mentally sharper, be more focused, and more resilient than ever before, regardless of their current level. Your athlete will 10 times their confidence, composure under pressure, and ability to perform at their peak when it matters the most. So the ultimate athlete mindset method. This is the Michael Jordan of mindset coaching programs. There's two elements to this. There's the mental piece here and the VIP coaching here. So with the mental piece, it's confidence and composure, focus and resilience, mental mastery and optimization for performance that is unrivaled in sports and in life. The key to this is recognizing mental barriers and triggers. So for us, it's about the athlete's competitive level and experience. It's about cognitive and emotional resilience. And it's about focus and stress management capacity. Last and finally, it's pregame, endgame mental state optimization. Okay, and so we take all of this that we learned, we take this information, we combine it with our VIP coaching. Okay, and this is done for you execution, which is the closest thing to superpowers and unmatched focus. What we do is we take the done for you mental conditioning plan, more effective than traditional sports psychology. We optimize pregame and training focus rituals with immediate performance gains from day one, making it impossible for your athlete to crack under pressure, subconsciously performing as their alter ego, and we deliver it into a VIP coaching program. It's an elite mental performance blueprint is what you will receive with customized pregame and in-game routines, 24/7 accountability, and all of this is 100% guaranteed results. So we combine the information of the mentality piece and we implement the VIP coaching, and that's what you get is the ultimate athlete mindset method. As with everything in life, an athlete's performance is deeply influenced by their mindset and mental conditioning. The goal with this is to develop an unshakable inner game while avoiding mental burnout, self-doubt, or performance anxiety, allowing for peak focus and confidence under pressure. This must be done in a way that feels natural and intuitive to athletes, making small but impactful shifts in their mental approach without disrupting their existing training routines and responsibilities. This is a really important piece because we want the athletes to feel comfortable with who they are, but we're going to draw out all of their innate qualities to make them into a much stronger and resilient person. Again, like I said earlier, it's not cookie cutter. This is very defined for each individual. So what works for me won't necessarily work for your athlete or you. Just like what might work for you might not work for your athlete. So it's very specific, and really drawing out those qualities is really important. I want to help your athlete take simple strategic steps that sharpen their mental edge and move them closer to the ultimate performance goals. And this is how we create real lasting success. True mental transformation should feel like second nature. Again, what I just said earlier has to be innate qualities, and it has to feel like it's just comfortable to them. We're not forcing a brand new way of thinking. Instead, we refine your athlete's mindset, optimize their self-belief, and rewire their response to high pressure situations. This method isn't about striving for perfection, but about fine-tuning your inner game so that confidence, resilience, and elite performance becomes the natural result for your athlete. So in this chart here, this is what the ASE Game-Plan Method is about. It's 3 phases. It's the awareness phase, strategy phase, and elevate phase. Okay, so what we're doing, the ASE Game-Plan Method, it's 10 times faster and more efficient than other methods. And the reason being is it allows athletes to have a concept of what they're about as a person and taking their innate qualities and building off of that. Okay, so we're not changing the world for them. We're helping them have awareness, develop a strategy, and then take action with elevating in action. So the strategy that allows your athlete is going to allow them to outcompete their competition, and that's the name of the game. Competition can be themselves. Competition can be their opponents. Competition can be anything in life that they're going up against. The way that we are going to do this is 2 things right now. It's about mental rehearsal, giving them a very personalized plan that is absolutely bulletproof for them to develop confidence. And then it's about guiding and have an accountability with them for taking action, right? And really kind of being with them side by side during their journey to really develop into that elite player, that elite person that you know they can be. And the results here: mastering the inner game, strengthening mindsets, confidence, and mental resilience for peak performance. That's going to lead to optimizing mental performance. It's developing unshakable focus, decision making, and emotional control under pressure. And that's going to translate into mental strength, and it's going to take action. Applying the mindset principles to training, competition, and daily routines. And then what that's going to do, it's going to give us sustained peak performance. We're going to achieve long-term success by reinforcing mental and physical habits. And that, I guess, is the name of the game as well. It's about systems, strategies, habits, and routines. That's where athletes are most comfortable, and that's what we'll develop with your athlete. So as you can see, the Outcompete Your Competition plan, the ASE Game-Plan Method, it's a 3-phase, and it's also a 9-step system that will allow your athlete how to rethink their grind to persevere and overcome and keep moving forward in the face of adversity, failure, rejection, and obstacles to reach their goals. So again, we're getting them to rethink how they're doing things and rewire their thought process a little bit to give them better results. It's about changing habits. As I've said, I've coached 17 All-Americans, over 160 actually, all-conference members, and have become one of the most successful coaches in NCAA history with over 1,000 wins, 22 conference championships, 19 Coach of the Year awards, using this exact 9-step game plan. So let's walk through the game plan so you can see what this is all about. Again, the first phase is 3 phases. The first phase is about awareness. And the 3 steps in the awareness phase is the elite mind system, vision, and the performance booster. So for the elite mind system, you must develop consistency in thinking in order to develop consistency in results. And again, that is a huge part of what we're trying to do as athletes and even as human beings in life, is that the more consistent we are of what we do with our habits and actions, the better results are going to be. So without this, you're just hoping your problems or underperforming and inconsistent play will go away on its own. So in this step, we're going to help develop your growth mindset, getting the foundation to empower you with the skills of high-performing athletes. And the growth mindset is a very big concept here for this phase. Between bouncing back, we all do it, between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset, we want to be able to zone in on what's holding us back from getting into that growth mindset. Is it our beliefs? Is it our focus? And then how are we going to develop consistency in changing those and making those more consistent actions? The second step is vision. This is all about goal setting. All right, we must redefine your athlete's goals, or at least define your athlete's goals. Using the vision when we craft clear steps toward the powerful future of the new you athlete for your athlete, there's no guessing involved. We're going to increase self-efficacy, motivation, and commitment along the way. Goal setting is the number one way for us to be able to get to the next level with tangible steps to be able to do every single day. So we want to really make sure we have a clear vision. Like, what are our goals? What are we trying to accomplish? And we really work hard with the athletes in trying to define that. So understanding who they are and what they want is things that we develop with them as well. And that's super important. Third step in the awareness phase is the performance booster. This is all about self-talk. Dialed in on the growth mindset and the vision is the first 2 steps. Like, we want to make sure we're with that. And now that we're dialed in on it, we simply and effectively increase performance by 11% through developing awareness of what we're saying to ourselves, our internal dialogue. The self-talk strategy will be used in every step of the journey throughout the ASE program, and it creates unshakable confidence without feeling overwhelmed in pressure and self-doubt. So with my program, we're going to make sure that what we're saying to ourselves really is important, and we'll make sure that what we're saying is powerful. It's empowering us and going in the right direction. A lot of times we'll ask athletes what they're saying to themselves after a certain play, and sometimes they don't know. So awareness, again, awareness of what they're saying, getting that awareness of their dialogue to themselves is going to increase their ability to perform by just 11%. And that's just changing their inner dialogue, what they say to themselves. So you can see that's a very important phase for us. So one of the things I want to show you here is that with the Powerful Competitive Program, we have a few things that we want to really emphasize about what happens here. Okay, so in the center you see we're optimizing the mental state based on your athlete's strengths and weaknesses. So after analyzing their mindset and competitive tendencies, we optimize their mental performance strategies, transforming their thought patterns into confident, driven, resilient responses. So if they struggle with performance anxiety, self-doubt, or inconsistency, this is a great fit for them. We're going to give them pre-game, in-game, and post-game routines to stay locked in. This is based on collective performance data. We create a personalized competition strategy that aligns with their play style and their mental strengths. This ensures that This ensures they step into every game with calm, confidence, bounce back instantly from mistakes, performing under pressure like elite athletes. So we want them to be able to have very specific strategies, again, detailed to them, that's going to allow them to be calm, allow them to be confident, allow them to bounce back from mistakes during the competitions and perform under pressure like all elite athletes do. So this is the closest thing to having a mental coach in your corner every game. Okay, and this is a scientifically designed mental performance system that helps athletes develop unshakable confidence and overcome performance anxiety and play at their best even under high pressure. So with the bulletproof system, you see here over on the left, this again is a science-backed mental rehearsal. So with the competitive edge, we're going to give them that three-phase game plan for unshakable confidence, peak performance. And with the first phase, it's all about the elite mind system. It's about vision. It's about performance boosting. And then we're going to be able to give them the pre-game and in-game routines that are really going to help them skyrocket their mental confidence and their ability to elevate their game. And then the goal, you can see it all the way over here, the goal is to reprogram their minds by aligning subconscious and consciousness, making confidence, focus, and peak performance effortless. So we want to make sure they take their subconscious and conscious and get them to work together. Because right now, if they're struggling with some of the things that I've talked about, they're battling each other. And so we want to figure out how we can get the subconscious and conscious to work together for them. So when that happens, this is what happens to them. They start loving the game again. There's no more performance anxiety. They're playing with total confidence every game. And they're outperforming their competition as an inevitable side effect. Phase 2 is about strategy. The 3 strategy systems that I have is a pre-game, in-game, and post-game system. So with Rover is the name of my pre-competition system, we need to build a system that reduces stress, increases their focus and motivation, and drives confidence to a new level. We start by crafting a simple yet powerful pre-competition routine that can produce big results for your athlete, and that's without nerves overwhelming their play. The next step is flow. This is the in-competition system. Here we create a simple but powerful in-competition resilience system that develops bounce-back ability. Again, this rapidly amplifies your athlete's play and consistently gets them in the zone so that they bounce back from mistakes every time and perform at their best when it matters the most. And then the third step of phase 2 strategy is Thrive, which is the post-competition system. We're going to assess their performance and map out exactly where they want to be for the next day, the next week, and the next month. We want to reflect, celebrate, and refocus for more energy, passion, focus, and commitment. Okay, so this phase is all about critiquing our play and not criticizing. We want to be able to critique the good and the bad, the wins and the losses, and be able to set a simple plan moving forward for the next day, the next week, and the month. And then the third phase is elevate. The three phases of this is the bridge, alter ego, and cue leadership. For the first, step 7, the first phase of elevate is the bridge. So this is important because once all the systems are in place, we're going to start focusing on setting daily intentions to skyrocket your athletes' confidence and self-improvement on the road to reaching their vision or their goals. So the athlete's going to learn how to navigate adversity, speed bumps, kind of what I call adversity, and by dealing with both success and failure without the feeling of being an imposter. Okay, so hugely important. They're going to be able to navigate everything that life throws at them daily with this system. And again, this is in and out of their sport. And so that's the cool thing, is it really hits home to everything else going on in their lives. They're able to implement this whole system within their life very easily from learning this system from me. And then the second step for phase 3, elevate, step number 8 total, is alter ego. We're going to tap into your athlete's imagination to unleash a new version of you and your sport. Learning how to understand your athlete's natural personality in order to expand the comfort zone and overcome their fears without sacrificing their true, authentic self. This is what's cool, because a lot of times who we are off the court or off the field may not help us on the court or on the field. So we want to develop a different persona, so to speak, when we're in our sport, and then still be able to be ourselves off the sport. So it really kind of creates, we dig into the imagination a little bit, and really kind of creates a powerful force for them for when they're playing their sport. And then finally, cue leadership. And this cue leadership, CUE, stands for compassion, understanding, empathy. These are very much core values for myself, and I feel that we should be developing more and more leaders in the world that lead through compassion, understanding, and empathy. So finally, as leaders, we need to be at our best in order to bring out the best in others. You'll start to make a greater impact in your team with this cue leadership, in your school, in your community, by learning to lead yourself with a specific and personalized mission, vision, and principles leadership framework. So again, this is the whole Ultimate Athlete Mindset Method. Again, I like to call it the Michael Jordan of mindset coaching programs. Been doing this for nearly 3 decades. It is a powerful, powerful tool for your athlete to get to the next level and really develop their confidence and abilities in themselves. So it's the 2 phase where you get just complete mental performance training, all of the information they need for recognizing mental barriers and triggers and how to handle them, with all types of habits, routines, and systems in place for them, developed specifically for them. And you get that all with VIP coaching, done for you execution. And again, this is the closest thing that you're going to get to having a superpower, is going to be having myself with your athlete, working with them one-on-one, 24/7, and really developing themselves into that next level leader that you know they can be. So if you are very much interested, I appreciate you listening to the call. Please book a call here if you want to join this system. It guarantees results. Would love to hear from you. It is a powerful system that works. So thank you for your time.